question.
What I don't know, Jordan.
You just said you only have Dr. Pepper in the house, so unless you went to the store.
Unless I went to a store.
Which I don't think you did. Did anyone here chance leave to go to the store?
Not obviously, no. He never left the call.
So then Dr. Pepper.
You're right. Okay, Con. You're at -5 now.
Oh my god.
Am I losing my commander points for this?
Wait,
no,
I'm trying
actually
to...
gained some.
So, wait. So, she's getting shit because she said I didn't sleep?
Yeah.
Because I thought, I thought you were
we all knew you fell asleep.
Because Con, we were all like, Bree fell asleep, Bree's sleeping right now, and Con's like, no! She would never do that! She threw herself on the pyre for you!
Yeah, like...
Darling, I literally said I was going to take a nap.
I said, are you gonna go sleep? And you said to my face, no, I'm just gonna go lie down.
You did say that, Bree. In Con's defense, you did say that.
I don't even remember that, not gonna lie to you.
I defended you with purpose, with the strength of my soul.
You died for me, and you shouldn't have. You should have given that one up.
I should have, it's fine.
Yeah, no, Pat, that's on me. I don't even remember that conversation.
Alright, gamers.
Go talk to the child.
Your time is now. We're not going to do a recap, because we literally just took
But I don't know what happened
break.
last time.
Oh, fuck, okay.
No, we don't need it, it's fine.
Last time...
We don't know where...
Last time, we don't have time.
Right when you said last time.
Alright.
You guys are saying.
Lorne, you're a bit itchy. Rye? That's what the child said.
But there's so many of you.
But there's so many of you.
Well, Rye isn't a punk-ass bitch and has been in a pretty terrible situation, concerningly close to the situation before, on a similar but much smaller scale. So she's not gonna be the dumb person that's like, oh no, it's just the two of us here. Everyone else moved back. Now you feel safe, right?
Mm-hmm.
Because that's how people get shivved. But she goes, oh, I know it's probably a little scary. Have you not seen a lot of people around before? Is someone taking care of you?
Slowly, they unlatch one of their boxes, and you can see them poking their head just above it.
Mm-hmm.
You can see they're mostly covered up.
Mm-hmm.
There's some hair out that's been clearly dyed red. Their eyes do kind of glow a little bit and be a bit of a light, but you can't just tell if it's just the light reflecting off of their eyes or not. It's really hard to decide. Which isn't unheard of.
Yeah.
You know, Kari, some Terrans, a couple other, groups of gene stock have slightly better, night vision than everyone else.
Gene babies.
Yeah.
No.
But very clearly covering up most of their body with this stuff. Which, in the context of a situation, kind of makes sense. There's clearly a disease. Clearly, if anyone's been here for a while, they know about it.
Yeah.
Who's moving my box?
I am.
I mean, chances you will to grab your token, so when you get pulled into the wall.
So, yeah, that's how she's looks like, and she then slowly nods her head. She says, "Seems like she's trying to figure out the words exactly. Seems she understands Terran. It seems like she's not the best at speaking Terran." And then she said something in Standard, like, "What is the word? What is the word?"
I know Standard.
Of course you know Standard. That's the language all of you speak.
I'm just making sure. It's like Oh, if you speak standard, we can. Are
Oh.
comfortable with that. We can speak standard instead.
She nods her head. Yeah, I can speak it. Not all my family can, though. She kind of like leans a little bit onto the box, her hands and whatnot all covered up still, but she seems tense or ready to like dart back into the safety of her box,
Oh.
which, looking at it, it does look like, someone has fortified that little box.
Mm-hmm.
So, might be able to take a shot or two, so definitely it's a safe, like, legitimately safe location.
I can be used with family. They stay here with you?
She nods her head. Yeah.
They went out?
For a little bit. Uh-huh.
How long?
She shrugs. Until they get more food.
Hmm. Hey, you guys run out of food?
She shakes her head. No, but it's always good to have more.
That is a very good mindset to have. How many, if you don't mind me asking?
Those of you in the other room, roll me straight attention. Ram and Lorne, you actually can get a +1. And Finn, to due to your proximity.
No, it's still just the one success.
Okay. Oh, Finn's not here. One
Black.
second.
Alright, did we at Cal?
Yeah.
Al's not here?
Cal had a burp real quick.
Oh.
Yeah, Black. Could you also roll a attention? And Mindy. I'll roll for Cal.
Alice on VAT?
Yes. Can someone roll me 7 dice for Finn?
Sure.
Oh, you got it. Oh, go.
No.
3 successes for Finn.
Alright. Fuck. Black and Mindy. The two of you aren't too sure if you heard something or not, but you feel a sneaking suspicion that there was a hiss of breath, as if someone was letting out like a held breath. But you're not too sure where it came from, and you're not even too sure if you actually heard it. Ram. Oh, sorry, aka Finn. I'm sure Finn would tell everyone over the comms that he definitely heard something coming from the vent above.
Oof.
And the child will say, it changes.
Changes?
She nods. My family's big, but it's no, it's not that, no. And you can see she kind of like brings her head down to like her folded up hands as she kind of like holds her head, trying to like think about something, but trying to push something away too. Normally 6. Yeah, 6. But a lot more than just 6 sometimes. They're, I'm not allowed to play with the boys. The boys can be mean, but I do it sometimes anyways. Some of them come. No, my family's big, and they look after me. Some of them are mean, but all families are like that. And she's able to pull her head back up. Seems whatever migraine, headache, or thing she was trying to deal with has passed.
Hey, empathy.
Okay, sure. Roll that empathy.
Oh, fuck, I need to deal with child! And if it's what I
Let
think
me
it
in your
is,
mind,
and if it's what I think it is, we might have to murder a baby.
I want to know
Oh
all
my
your
God.
secrets, child.
So right, there's no such thing as children.
Remember one of the
Small
warnings.
creature.
Don't trust crying girls and boys.
Is that one of the warnings?
I don't
yeah,
remember
it
that
was.
warning.
It was on the
Don't trust crying children.
Well,
it
she's
was.
not
yeah.
crying, so.
Apparently, we're not yet. Pulls God out.
Soon.
I can take care of that.
I mean, we know Ram murders children, so
Yeah, you're right. Yeah.
Ram, you look up towards that heavily fortified vent. You see nothing.
5 successes.
Ooh. Okay. What are you looking for?
What's she dealing with? How's she feeling about all this? Has she lied at any point in time about anything? Is she a danger to any of us? Any wayward feelings in there, but wanted to,
You know what?
Murder
or
us.
kill or
Launch.
eat any of us?
Okay. So going for that list, she's been mostly truthful, but you're definitely getting that she's withholding some information. It's hard to pick out what information it is in general.
Mhm.
As for what she's dealing with, seemed like she was trying to push down some sort of urge that
Right.
then turned into a headache, but you're not too sure what that urge was. As whatever this was, it was... You don't really have any words to describe it. It wasn't like hunger, wasn't lust, wasn't anything like that. It wasn't anger, wasn't fear. It was just... something, though. Some sort of, like, biological tick that kind of sparked while she was speaking to you about her, and it only happened right when you asked your question. A few seconds after you asked your question about her family. That's when she suddenly got this headache. But it seemed to quickly pass. You're not too sure if she was able to push through it or if it just left her. But there is other stuff going on, but it's on the fringe and you're not really able to grasp at it yet. But since you did get 5 successes, and as you do, reach out towards it, it's a sensation that you've felt before. But with that, it was like primal, angry, and restrained. Here, it's still primal, it's still angry, but it's not restrained, it's stated.
Oh! Yeah.
But there is that just maw of hunger.
No. Yeah, okay.
But she's not hungry right now. And then when you think of that with a mind, you look a little bit around to that little pile of rations and food, and you can see in it there's definitely something fresh was in that. Most rations don't have something that particularly fresh. Even if these are Imperial rations, it wouldn't be that level of fresh. You think someone's mixing rations with something else. And you don't like where your mind is drawing this conclusion, Rai.
Boy.
But I will also say the last one you got was her mind and her emotions were harder to read. It wasn't like reading from a normal person. There's like another layer to it, which was difficult. But other than those creepy things, they're concerned, they're cautious, they're a bit fearful. You don't think they trust you all that much, but they're not hostile towards you right now. You don't think they want to hurt you.
Yeah. Then Rai will just ask straight up, because of what she's felt. Where she's going with this, she just asked straight up. If your family gets back while we're here, are they gonna hurt us?
She kind of like bobs her head side to side. Kind of like crack her neck a little bit as they kind of like clearly strain. Like, but that pop is a little bit like disconcerting, just how easily it was done. And the
Yeah.
fact it was coming from a small frame.
Mhm.
Some would, yeah.
Mhm.
Mostly the boys, but some others might.
Okay.
But this isn't home. This is a, she like kind of, you can hear her like faintly tap through her cloak a bit on the box as she tries to find the right word. Um, oh, outing. Yeah, it's an outing. Not it's not where most stay. It's where only some stay. Some like me. And you like kind of feel that smile as if like she's happy that others stay here with her.
What's the difference between home and here?
Home is a bit warmer. And bit cramper, but lots of food. And smells nice, but it's, she kind of like, you get the feeling that she's kind of like rubbing the metal through her sleeve, but it's different, and I like it here.
It's nice.
That tapping you're doing, does all your family do that?
Only when I'm nervous. I don't know about others.
He looks at Rai and waits and kind of DMs, asking for permission to pursue this line of thought further.
Permission.
You will get a message that says, sure, but she's dangerous.
Noted. And then he'll just reach over by the door frame and tap twice in mimicry of the one we were hearing earlier.
All right.
Before you do that,
Mm-hmm.
Rye will grab you as you like move,
Mm-hmm.
and then another message comes through and just says, she eats us.
You.
Does Hana still do that? Or does Hana need to make a little bit of a rolly roll?
Oh! Well, I've met a lot of things recently that want to eat me, to be fair. This one's just smaller.
It's just a clear thing of like, her family might be coming back. They also eat us. And they're out hunting, as she said. Or not hunting, but out looking for food, as she said.
I'm just trying to clarify if these two things are connected. If you don't think it's a smart idea, I will drop it.
Do you want? I'm just making sure you understand.
The consequences of my actions.
This is going to be a I actually need you to do a roll, but I don't know which one would be good. Dr. Harmon Moore, what do you have that might work for this?
Oh no, what am I I don't know what this is.
It's going to be a brains.
Ooh, we like that. We like that.
You know what? A gay brains.
Oh!
That's.
That's- Oh wait, damn, my brain misconstrued homosexuals as straight for a second. Damn it. Alright, a gay brains.
Yep.
3 successes.
Okay. It's perfect. Pitch, depth, tone. You had to like kind of angle your knuckle a little bit to get the right rap. She kind of cocks her head to the side a bit as she looks to Johanna, and will then say, that's one of my aunties? Maybe?
Are they one of the ones you're out here with?
She shakes her head. No.
Are they one of the mean ones?
She shrugs and then says, Tabby says they are a bit weird and did not talk to them.
That's... and DMs to Rai, family, period, your court.
God damn it.
As you send that, the massive barricade over here that y'all saw, not from this one in particular, but it sounds like it's beyond it. You hear like a thump,
Oh shit.
thump. And she kind of like stops moving as well. She listens to it. There's one more thump. And then whatever it is seems to realize that it ain't getting in as it moves away. And it seemed she didn't find that very scary at all, but she did pause for a moment and listen. And
That was
everyone was
coming
able
from over here?
from over here.
1 second, I have to zoom out.
He's a brave little child.
Oh, okay.
It's not bravery if it's your family.
That's true. But I don't think it was. I think she just felt secure enough that she could be protected from whatever it was.
Do you know what that was?
Probably one of the monsters.
You know about the monsters?
She nods. Mm-hmm.
The ones with the talons and
She nods her head again. First, you get the F1, and it starts to make you see. Then, you get the R3, and you start to feel queasy. And after the R3 and the F1, now you start to feel hungry. She says as we're like reciting some sort of weird rhyme. You can like kind of feel the small smile as if you can kind of understand it almost. As you can feel like just see because her cloth around her face is a little bit tight, so you can see the lips kind of like go up a little bit in a bit of a smile.
Can we all hear this conversation? Is it being broadcast?
Probably
over
like
our
it's
Right?
probably a bit difficult to hear it, but I'd imagine if no one else is talking, you can probably like strain your ears and hear it.
over the comm over to Ryan Hana. Lauren asks, and what about Itchy?
No, if it does anything else, itchy.
She rocks her head back and forth a bit, and she tries to think of something before she says, bites and stings, scratches and lacerations. First, it boils, then it scabs, then the itching of ants.
happens after that?
She shrugs. A lot. Some go mad. Some go bad. Some grow. Some change some more. Some go all the way home.
Your home?
She nods her head.
They become like you and your family.
No,
They
we're
just
different than monsters.
how are you different?
She shrugs. I don't know.
No run for that.
She shakes her head.
Mm. Do you have
Tabby
to worry?
says we're not sick. So we're not monsters.
Do you have to worry about getting sick?
She shakes her head. No.
Who's Tabby?
Tabby is one of my friends. Part of the family.
Looks to Rye.
Do you have anything else? She has. She sends a DM. Maybe she's whatever she is might have antibodies.
I was thinking that as well. But they're also dangerous.
I'll take it. Sure.
What did Rye say?
I'll take the danger.
Brave. Another question with Lloyd then, though. And he says out loud, "My friend and I are wearing these to keep ourselves safe from the monsters, the itching. Is that why you're covered up too?"
She nods her head after a few moments. Right, she's a lying bitch.
It's not mine.
What'd you say?
She's like, that's not why. And switches to, you sure that's the reason?
Now they kind of like flounder a little bit, like, I've been called out, what do I do?
I know you're still a little scary, and it's completely understandable if you don't trust strangers. But if you're honest with us, we'll be honest with you.
Oh, well. Tabby and Cicely say people like you easily spooked. So it's better to be safe than sorry.
But they don't spook us.
She nods.
Is it okay if you show us?
We might get spooked. That's what
We
they
have
say.
We have a friend who's a little spooky. Herself. She actually didn't come in the room because we didn't want to spook you.
Oh, well, if you're used to it already, I guess.
I promise to accept you just the way you are.
Alrighty. They still have a bit of hair dyed, but they undo their stuff. And I will make it a little bit bigger for you.
Oh, little baby with so many
baby
teeth.
child. Oh.
You can see a lot of teeth. Some of them are poking through, but it seems like there's been multiple instances where at times teeth have been filed or maybe removed, and it seems like it looks like on their right side of their mouth there's like scars that are slowly, and from the looks of it, healing, as if her body has been slowly adjusting. But you can also see there's some scale growth, and with it all, you can very much tell that, okay, the reason her eyes have been fucking glowing in the dark is because she actually has that, underlining layer under and behind your eyes. You can clearly see it. But there's like a little bit of scale growth there. Her ears are unnatural. Not nearly as bad as the mutations you saw on the intruder, but still quite a few mutations. And as you could see her hands for a few moments, you can also see taloned, like sharp. She doesn't have nails as much as she just has a single claw extending out. But you can see that claw is able to retract and extend seemingly at will. As she was reaching up, they were retracting so that she didn't tear up her fabric. And then she pulled them back underneath her sleeves again, which readily apparent she's wearing a coat way too big for her. And there's a little bit of a smile. It looks almost like a sad smile because of how some of the teeth are inlaid still, but it looks like a smile. Did you see Tabby's statue?
The one up there.
Mm-hmm.
Tabby made that?
Tabby and a few others, yeah.
Why?
One of my family members is mean, and they got beat up, and so the others make fun of them for it now because they were so mean.
They made a statue too. For the one that beat her up.
She nods her head. Mm-hmm. His armor looked kind of like some of your friends here. Did they know them?
I love him.
Anana.
Hmm. Does that mean he came back with friends?
They're actually looking for him.
Oh. Well, I guess he didn't get out after all.
Does your family know where he went?
He went to the tram yard. She wasn't very happy, so she went after them because they made a big mess, and if you make a big mess, you have to clean up. And they managed to get out of the tram yard, and back to the Ma.
Oh.
She nods her head. The Ma, where all of the space vessels are. It opens and closes like a maw.
He nods.
I get that. What happened next?
Don't know. It probably blew up outside. Everyone blows up outside.
How long ago was this?
You can see her, like, her fingers are exposed again as she counts. She gets up to 15, and she starts to, like, struggle a little bit, but then she keeps on counting again.
It's okay if
Um,
you don't know.
um, 5:20s ago. I think.
Is that days? Week?
Tabby says it's days. Every
Days ago.
day, the hum can be heard, and every 5 days, one of my uncles comes to drop off toys.
Hmm. 5:20s.
She nods her head.
Anyone? Any other questions? Anyone? Or I asked the big one.
For everyone else, for poor Finn. And I think, yeah, Black and Mindy also get it too. There is it's a hard to describe sound, but it sounds like a sharp intake of breath. And then Black, you're the only, Finn is the only one that gets this one. A single, like a very quick, like a knife being brushed up against metal, but it sounded like that was getting further away from the vent. So whatever's up there is giving distance.
Great. Great to know that it has a knife. Oh, or some sort of blade.
What do you have there, bed creature? A knife! No!
Well,
Fee.
sounded like a knife, could be claws.
Probably claws.
Oh, that sounds about right. Oh, sounds like just our luck.
Not my headcanon. Ask your question then, Rai, since no one else seems to have anything.
I'll say, if you don't have to worry about getting sick because you're different, do you mind helping me and my friend?
Helping how? Tabby says I shouldn't help others.
Well, your family helps you, right? Tabby helps you.
She nods.
The same principle can be extended to people that, well, you don't know. But only within reason.
Well, that's why you have to ask first.
Well, I'm asking. Can you help us?
I don't know if I don't know what you're asking.
Okay if I examine you quickly?
Examine me?
I just want to take some blood, if it's okay.
You kind of squint a bit. Her eyes go a little bit wide with like realization of like, oh, so you're a doctor, right?
Yes.
Oh, okay. I think Tabby used to be a doctor too.
Look, shut the fuck up. Sorry. You're not fucking doing shit, man. Fuck off. Don't say it weird. Chase is doing the work for you. You don't even have a good relationship with your daughter.
God! Kill him, why don't you? Fuck!
Jesus.
Oh my god!
Murder.
That was unnecessary.
Oh my
Hello,
God.
officer. I'd like to report a murder I just witnessed.
Fuck!
I mean, the man with the daughter's just trying to give you a bit of psychic advice, and you attack him.
Psychic advice.
Fucking hell. Jesus.
So uncalled for.
I'll come after everyone in this call. I'll admit I said
Hey.
one thing weird, but everyone is phrasing it like this whole interaction's been weird. I will
haven't
come
gotten to you.
for all of you.
I'm not saying it's bad. Keep going. It's just funny.
Black's dead.
I haven't said anything. God damn it.
Black just died. He curled up and died. He's floating belly up in the tank.
You guys want to talk to the murder child? Go for it. But you put me here.
Go on, Clout, Pez dispenser, go.
Well,
All right.
I said my
While-
piece and then I yelled. So,
So while
What
while
comes
all of
next?
you are doing that, is there anyone watching outside?
Yeah.
All right, just a ram.
I mean, I can't really look out there.
So you'd have
Yeah,
to be in there
Ram's
to watch out the
fat
window,
ass.
My
No, you
fat
can
ass.
do it from this side of a window.
I mean,
So
Wait,
right? But we're
This
not
is a
in the
window?
room.
But you can
you
look
can look,
past
I'm
us.
assuming you guys can look through the door.
Door's
right?
open.
I suppose,
yeah.
Yeah.
I guess
We're
I'll.
both crouched in the doorway, so.
I suppose yeah,
I
we are.
shall use my eyes.
all right, roll straight attention for me.
All of us?
So,
Okay.
yeah, but anyone that's looking.
Lauren's still
She's like,
watching
oh,
the event.
well, okay. I think some of my family used to be doctors too, maybe.
You might know. Yeah, and we're familiar.
She nods, but I don't like needles. She kind of shudders a bit.
It's okay. I have a good trick for that. You won't even feel it.
Okay.
I'm gonna have-
Right, keep on saying. After you say it, I'll tell them what they see.
Do you want to come towards me? I can see you. What's more comfortable?
I think if you come here.
Gives Hana a look like, so this is where I die. And then just takes
It was
a couple
nice knowing
steps slow. Yeah, takes a couple steps forward.
They just
Nice
watch
and
you.
slow.
Very big, unnatural eyes.
I get here.
Not as big as mine though.
You do get something for counting, actually. And as you get over there, Rai, you were completely unaware of it.
Unaware of what?
the other people on the wall. At first, Mindy and Finn missed it, but for a combined power of Ram and Black, the two of them are able to spot it as well.
Oh, hell yeah.
As a vent slowly slides open, and it's not something that where it pops open like from downwards and swings down or like swings up. It actually slides open. Holy shit, like the amount of thickness these vents need to have if this door can slide open and close, that's kind of ridiculous. And then something in one fluid motion slips down. You almost didn't see it. That's how quick it was. It was like a blur of motion as it stepped down, and then it started to move around. And the only reason you're spotting it is that you saw that blur of motion, you saw which direction it was going towards.
Oh, hi, friend.
Which direction?
Hi, buddy.
Oh,
Came
you're
down.
beautiful.
And it came
You're
down.
so pretty.
He's done Nosferatu.
No, it's for Rock too.
He's so happy.
And you can see them looking, like burrowing like their eyes into here, looking straight at where Rai is. For a
So
few
I'm.
seconds.
Mm-hmm.
And then, ooh, Ram and Black are ones that see it. Kind of like they clearly crack their neck on either side. You can see their very long tongue kind of like slips down, like kind of licks up something around them. And they look to their claws, but they clench it, and then they kind of shake their head and they look away. And as they're looking away, you can see something in their neck kind of like pulsed a little bit before they slipped in this direction and out of sight.
Oh.
That's nice.
Ram comes over. There was another one out there. Could seem like it could see through the window.
Everyone on alert then.
Something's in the neck, too.
Hana will come over to Rai, saying, should we acknowledge that they're there? Maybe it'll calm her.
Or maybe she'll try something crazy.
So she looks up at you expectantly, Rai. Do you ask her to do anything?
Can I see your arm?
Oh, okay. She sticks out her arm. Like, you can see the talons again. They kind of extend out for a few seconds before they retract. She then reaches out with her a sleeved covered hand and pulls up the arm all the way up. Her skin all over pale, but you can see like angry red veins all over the place.
Oh, yikes.
But you can also see a couple healthy looking veins.
Sample of both, maybe?
You can see there's little scratch marks that are scarring. Other scratch marks which are deep and much more recent. You can see on the top of her hands there's a couple like pinpricks in different areas. Kind of like when her hands were folded together, you think she might have scratched herself. But already, if those were when she had her hands over top of each other, already they're healing up.
Okay. Yeah, definitely gotta take 2 samples.
And also, no one's asked the light question yet.
The what question?
If
The light
light
question.
bothers them, I imagine.
You wanna ask, Hana? I mean, you gotta keep her focused on other things while I do this, so it's painless.
Sure,
I'm a master doctor. I assume I can do this painlessly for like a normal person at least, right?
Yeah.
Hana will...
Well, you gotta remember, with needles, right, it's normally like a psychological thing. Or in case that fucker's like, boom! Right in the bone, he's like,
Hana will come down and make a show. You know, he'll sit down, least, scary position one could be planted,
She sees your movement, and you can see her claws extend for a moment, like as a reaction, she starts to like move back, but then she quickly relaxes again. Seems like the fact that she was focused on Rye, and then you came to her visually like vision, spooked her for a second, but she calmed down pretty quick.
He sits and he says, "It's rather it's dark." Yeah, he said,
Oh
"It's
yeah,
rather
like
dark here. How do
like this
you
is one of the few rooms that has a little bit of red.
how do you see?"
Green.
Number one is dragon.
Number one is
Dragon.
dragon.
I was watching a Pose to Be meme.
Hey,
How
it
dare
fits, okay? It fits.
So glad Kareem's so engaged with the session.
It's the
Hey,
dragon
he
mindset.
gave us the heads up that he
He did
needed
give
something
us
to
the
keep him
heads up.
going. He's allowed.
He gave us the heads up. Hey, number one is dragon, okay?
Red Markets agrees.
Right.
Raza agrees.
Also, is all this conversation in Terran?
No,
no,
standard.
they switched to standard.
They're in
cool.
standard right now, yeah. It's because she can speak and understand, but not very well. Which is interesting.
Mm-hmm.
Because she's learning it for some reason. Well, we can all see better in the dark.
Do you prefer it to the light?
She nods her head. Yeah. But light's okay too. She like says hastily as if like saying that I don't like the sun is like sacrilegious, but she's like it's all right, but it's nice
But-
when it's dark and cool.
He nods. And he'll keep talking while Rye's getting the test samples ready. He gestures to the Terran alphabet on the wall.
She looks.
You're learning.
She nods her head. Mm-hmm. Tabby and a few others want everyone to be able to read it, since the research station was made by Terrans.
But your first tongue is standard.
Yeah.
Was this place always home?
Yeah.
Okay. Who taught you standard?
My mommy and daddy, before they got sick, they got the R3.
And that made them. One second. He said, and that made them queasy.
It made mommy itchy, and it made daddy angry and then hungry. And she kind of looks down a bit at that one. And it made the others sick too. And then they started to eat each other.
Sounds awful.
Then the monsters came. But it's alright. Tabby and I were friends before all of that. She showed me how to get into the vents, where it was safe.
Was Tabby from the same place as your parents?
Mm-mm. Tabby was a trader with the whites. Yeah, the whites.
The whites.
Mm-hmm. The whites. They're one of the bigger clans. Right, you've gotten one sample. They're unaware.
He said, did she ever tell you about the whites?
Tabby said they were, they lived in the dark places, and they cover themselves all white so that they can hide in the mist.
So they're camouflaged.
Yeah. And that They're one of the nicer big clans. They trade with other clans, even the small ones. And Tabby came from them. At least that's what Tabby says.
Did she ever say what they like to trade?
Food, books, data pads, guns, ammo.
All the fun stuff.
It starts with an A. It makes you feel queasy.
Alcohol.
Do you know the word for it in Terran?
She shakes her head.
How are you liking learning
It's
so
all
far?
right. It's all right. It's good to know. I sometimes mess up spelling.
It's a little difficult. There's a lot of different bases in the language that came from a long time ago.
She nods her head. There's a lot of different languages here.
Are there any you're interested in?
No, not really. I just like to draw with Tabby and play little games, and sometimes build little things.
You like to build?
She nods her head. Mm-hmm. I built a little clock. It's not super. It can only tick 4 times, but it still ticks.
You have it here?
Yeah. Right, you got a second one. You're able to hide the needles.
Here, I build things too. If you'd like, I could take a look at it and give you some pointers.
She seems a little interested. For those of you outside, you can roll another attention. That also includes you, Lauren.
I'm like doing she's doing a slow slump in because she wants to watch, but she doesn't want to be spooky.
What's wrong with a red token, Ram?
Ram, if
Oopsies.
Ram, you
Oopsies.
should have a red outline too. Get over yourself.
I didn't mean to do it. It was a mistakey. 4 successes. Wakey wakey.
All right, Ram. You're the only one that will get it. Unless Black rolls 4 successes too.
You got this, Black. Your dick's huge.
What
Now,
about my
Wyatt failed.
balls?
Straight attention.
You're massive, Ram.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Thank you.
I'm sorry.
Oh
Black.
no!
His
I'm
dick's
sorry.
tiny. Sorry, Black.
It's okay, Black. It's flaccid right now. It gets bigger.
It's a grower, not a shower.
It's a grower, not a shower. All right, Ram. You're able to hear a quiet hiss from a vent, as if something that was just said was like someone's personal pet peeve. It's not like an angry hiss. It's more like, you describe it closer to the sound you make when like you're exasperated.
Mm-hmm.
And like
But
they make the sound, but we just cut it off because it's very apparent this person realized they made that sound out loud.
You're judging us.
Hana and Rai, the two of you can see them kind of like twitch a little bit as they kind of look towards the door area a bit.
Mm-hmm.
There's a slight frown on their face. They heard something.
Ram
Sure.
kind of.
Okay.
Ram, kind of amused, sends. Well, person in the vents thought that was a bit off.
Oh, that just replies, critique is important.
They then disappear behind their box. We open it up a bit more. They reach around inside of it. when they come back, and they have a very shitty geared clock that has one hand with 4 numbers. 1, 2, 3, 4.
You made this.
They nod their head, and then they crank it on the back, and slowly it ticks. Tick, 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 and it does a little vibrate.
He watches it for a bit.
For someone who, you know,
Has
clearly
nothing.
has had no, like, formal education, that's pretty fucking solid.
Pretty good, yeah.
Holy shit, like, where did they get machining tools? This is literal garbage. What the fuck?
Well done, small creature. He will, from looking at this, can he kind of get an idea of the contraptions and how it's made?
Yeah, you ask for it, they kind of push a little bit closer, you can see their claws are still retracted, which is nice.
Mhm.
But at least means that they're not tense. You can pick it up. Imagine you being delicate with it.
Absolutely.
It's made
Treating
up
this like
of-
it's an artifact.
It's clearly made with a bunch of different gears, and then you're like, oh, okay, they didn't make these gears themselves, they scavenged them. But as you're looking it over, they made a tiny gearbox out of these gears, and a small cranking mechanism. You think the cranking mechanism was already made, but they were able to put it all together surprisingly. And the primary gears, why it's only 4 ticks, is because they're limited by one really large gear. You reckon that if they had smaller gears, then they could have maybe get more ticks out of it.
This is very well made, especially for what you had available to you.
That's what Tabby and Cicely say too. Cicely was a engineer, and Tabby takes care of us. Star helped me with the first one, but I haven't seen Star in a while. That's the second one. I don't know where the first one went.
Created off of the prototype.
She nods.
He looks at it and he says, it looks like if you had smaller gears, you'd be able to get more ticks in there. You'd be able to maybe more accurately tell time with it. Had trouble finding smaller gears, I take it.
Yeah, was use that one or make it 2 times as thick.
And that's harder to carry around.
Yeah, and it wouldn't rattle. It'd be too heavy.
Do I have gears on me? I've got an assload of parts.
You have an assload of parts. Do you want to have some gears on you, young man?
I'm an old man, thank you. And yes, I would love to. I've got, would it be in, I've got broken, tear, and sidearms for parts. Not the special weapons parts. Spare parts for tear and tech? Empty imp trigun machine bullet. Nope.
I would say spare parts for Terran tech.
Okay.
The Terrans do sometimes use gears in their stuff. It's what makes it so fucking insufferable.
He reaches into his things and pulls out what he estimates would be enough spare gears to get this thing ticking to the amount that a normal clock would be. And he says, here, I imagine you can swap them out and you should be able to get it to 12 ticks and right as rain.
Thank you. They say, beaming. That's a lot of sharp teeth. Is that 3 rows of fucking teeth? Holy shit, it's like looking into a maw. Roll me a cold bear, Hana.
Okay. Just, oh wow. That's, alright, let's see. Cool, it's cool doubled, right?
Yes. Can he get a bonus for what, Raph? I'm going to say it's still a little bit unnerving. Even Mindy's sharp teeth are unnerving.
I haven't got a chance to stare at my other child's teeth that much yet. They're relatively new. But it's okay, because
You're
I am
good,
used
you're
to people I care for having sharp teeth.
Who's that?
Who's what?
Mindy?
Oh,
Okay,
yes.
it made it sound like there was more than one person.
Lauren, you probably noticed him first, but a couple others will soon notice him after the fact.
Mm-hmm. Oh, they're back!
They're back. They're watching.
Hi, friend.
They're kind of dragging a nail across, well, a claw across one of the tops as they look in the direction of where these two are. And then they look behind them, and they seem to say something, but you can't hear them.
Oh.
And I can't read this. Not that would be very easy.
Not that it would be very easy indeed.
When I made
I don't
my
think they have lips.
Probably not. Says, when I made my first clock, I tried to go immediately for a digital instead of an analog. Now, that, without prior knowledge, was frustrating.
Oh,
However, I would say an analog clock has much more specific moving parts. A digital clock, if you've got the correct circuit board, you can get it going.
they nod their head eagerly, and then they're about to say something, and they kind of perk up almost. And you can see them kind of like, now just very intently kind of looking around. And Rye, roll me a attention xenomorphology. If you have this as well, Hana, you can also roll it. You need xenomorphology, though.
No, I got xenoarchaeology, not
I'm
morphology.
sorry.
I do got an Aslet of
Am I
Void Lore.
close enough?
Yes, you're also close enough there, Lorne.
I'm currently driving right now, so if someone could roll me, you said it was intelligence or like brains?
Attention.
Xenomorphology? Attention?
Attention or
Then
brain.
Get someone roll me 6 dice, please. Then.
All right.
I got you.
Wait, attention or brains?
Yes.
Oh, fuck you. 8 dice.
All right. Someone
Nice.
roll 8 dice for them.
Chance, I don't imagine you'd allow just straight brains.
I'll allow it.
Oh, you're the best.
That's for Rye.
That's for right. That's for Hawk.
Let's see.
Okay.
Uh,
Hana,
Mhm.
you're squinting. You don't really know what they're doing. Maybe their
Mhm.
nose is moving. Maybe, I don't know. Well, yeah, I meant gay, not
Yeah,
straight.
I figured he meant gay as well.
Sorry. Raph corrected me, but you were right. Lorne, they're definitely smelling the air. Definitely. Rye. It's pheromones. It has to be fucking pheromones. Her entire posture changed in an instant. She is inquisitive still, but now it's just like more so, like you can see the excitement in them. Someone is coming that is making them excited.
I think that's our time to go.
And it seems like they're trying to figure out when they're coming, because they're like looking around, but they're not looking at anything in particular. That's really weird to begin with. But you can see their mouth opening a little bit and breathing in and out. It's not so much that they're using their nose to scent it. It seems like they're using their entirety of, their respiratory system to find it. And they're like, it is day 5. And
What does that mean?
Big boy is coming. Big boy is coming.
here comes
gotta-
the music.
music
Day 5
definitely
was,
changes.
what was it? Uncle or brother or whatever.
It's uncle.
That's when her uncle shows up, apparently.
Uh-oh.
Yeah.
And now, for those of you that were looking, you can see what they were looking at.
Mm-hmm. We've spent
As
so
the
long
girl
here.
kind of shuffles over to you. Suddenly Ryan kind of like pushes her face up against the window, and now you know they're looking for someone, that someone is already here. As you can see them step into the place, stepping forward, still a suit of maintained knightly armor, and they walk right up to this individual, taking off their helmet, handing it off to them, and they say 2 simple words. And you don't know what they are, but they instantly take the helmet and fuck off.
Did we see the face?
Then the big man, he has multiple weapons strapped around him. Looks like he's been through hell and back several times. Looks towards the wall, and then you can hear a booming voice. Miranda, I have presents.
Shit.
And as he speaks, you can tell there's something slightly wrong with him. But he's wearing the armor of an Imperial Knight, and it looks like it's made to fit him. You can see huge dent marks across it, scratches, acid burns, normal burns. You can see at his side is a bale sword, and at his other side is currently folded up against him a huge-ass beaded shield. And at the moment, there's also a bag he's holding on to. The bag, thankfully, isn't wet.
That's always a good sign.
It's not wet. But it seems he's not very happy at the moment. But the girl, who was apparently named Miranda, is very excited. And the last detail some of you will notice upon them is 2 striking things. One, upon his right shoulder are pieces of what could only be described as chitin, forming over the armor, or maybe attached to it. And then in the center chest piece, a 5-pointed crown.
Bro, this guy's the main character.
Not the main character. That's scary, alright. And now we can end here on a nice, proper cliffhanger.
Ah, you suck.
Nice.
Well, we all gotta go.
Yep, it's about time, isn't it?
And I will give you all his full picture.
Nice.
Hey, actually, if this guy's dressed in an Imperial armor, maybe Minerva can convince him that this is cool, this is fine.
Maybe.
We got connection.
Maybe.
Maybe.
Maybe. But Chance, that conversation went on for a long time after you said I got in 2, unless you said it and I just didn't hear you. Did I get any more samples in the time that it took?
Yeah, if you were trying to, you could have. You could have gone a total of 4.
Let's keep going.
Yeah, you could have gone a total of 4.
Nice.
Awesome.
And then did it burn my entire slots of extra parts to give to her?
No, it just a tiny fraction, so it's good.
Okay.
Big brother regent, you say? Hello.
Yep. Big
So
brother
fucking
regent.
cool.
So fucking cool.
Damn.
And
That's a space marine right there.
that
It
is a space marine right there.
Bro, look at that fucking boarding shield.
It is a fucking boarding shield.
Yeah,